So first things first, the CNC3 especially misquoted me. I never said, at any point in time, I never said that if you didn't support the government, you can't get 10%. I never said that. You all said I said that. I never said that. What I did say is if you signed for 4%, you cannot now come to ask for 10%. I did say that, and I stand by that. Now, I heard the comments that you referred to from the Police Association, and it's called me hypocritical. No problem with that. That's part of the course. I'm sure that their union was association, one of the first that signed for the 4%. I'm almost sure about that. But what all those associations went through with the threats of the special tribunal giving them 10 years and 2% for 5 years and 2% for the next 5 years, so you get 4% for 10 years. All those threats were the same threats issued to the PSA by the last administration, right? But the PSA stood firm. They stood their ground. They did not crumble under those threats. And they stood firm and they went ahead and they were successful. After the victory of this government, of course. Under a PNA government, they would not have been successful. All those who say PSA get 10 and they got less than 10 and what is the difference? My question to them is, had PSA gotten less than 4, will they then say that they want to give back the difference? Will they say that? They wouldn't have said that. So that is hypocritical. So for the association head to call me hypocritical, I want to ask him, had PSA gotten less than 10% or gotten less than 4%, would he say that since we got more than PSA, we want to give back what we got? You see, that is not how negotiation works. That is not how it works. So no one expects them to give it back if PSA had gotten less than 4. Simply because every association negotiates on their own merits, on their own accord, on their own strengths for the members. And if you sign 4% for 4% for your members, then nobody is saying you should not have done it. But as much as you did it, our next union came, negotiated and got more, we have to respect that, and we have to say, okay, we move on. But you cannot now go and ask for the difference for what you already signed for. It don't work that way.
And his claim was that happened before, and that your union would have benefited when the Police Service Association would have gotten 9, whilst others were given 5.
He is seriously, woefully mistaken. At no point in time did what my union, as you call it, because I have no union right now. I'm not a government minister, right? But at no point in time did the former union I led ever depend on what anybody has settled for us to get in settlement. We campaigned, we toiled, we picketed in front of number 1 Edward Street. I was there because I led some of those negotiations and those discussions. And others before me led it. And we always within the realm of the state enterprises and the other unions, we always depended on our own strength at the point in time, at least in the former union that I led, to get what our settlement was. It was never dependent upon what the fire service got, what PSA got, what policemen got. It was never that. In fact, it was the other way around. It was the other unions used to wait and see what the PSA got before they settled. Now they went and they settled before PSA, and now they vex because PSA came and got more than what they settled for the same period. All I'm saying, and all I maintain, I want to maintain this, and please do not misquote me again this time. I never said, I want to repeat that, I never said, if you did not support the government, you can't get 10%. I never said that, right? But I maintain that if you signed for your 4%, and PSA has now gotten 10, then you just have to continue taking your 4%. When the new periods come, you're free to negotiate for 100 million% if you want. It is up to you and the employer in free and fair collective bargaining to decide what that settlement is going to be.